Everybody, welcome back. Today we're gonna do Panta versus Vampirella by Harris Comics, made by Mark Millar and Max Texera. This is a one-shot, and yeah, let's dive in. So we begin here, I believe, at a zoo, and this guy talks about they have a special lady here, and he's talking to someone or something. Maybe I believe he's talking to these Black Panthers, and he says, there are rules. Our guest is only scheduled to rest here one night between adventures, so I want everyone to treat her with the respect royalty deserves. So there's no easy way to put this. Anyway, anyone gets horny and tries to hump her, and the consequences won't be pleasant. Do I make myself clear? Okay, so this is also the stars of the show. Well, we have Dr. Dick Quickman Slink, we have Dr. Dusty Savage, and we have Dr. Otto von Scheisse. Scheisse is German for shit. Okay, and then we have Panta here dancing in a club. And right off the bat, the art in this comic is stellar. It's phenomenal. Max Texera he's a great artist, and I wish we see more of him today. So it seems that this guy is, I don't know, making a deal, and he is some kind of a sexual deviant. He talks about photographs, and that he wants to show his clients, because it seems that he is really into bestiality, necrophilia, and he says, even incest is not hot anymore. Wound sex is the future, dude. And then he is getting interrupted by this guy, and he says, I'm trying to do a business deal here. So what's going on? Tell whoever writes this smut, he's a pervert, and I only do gay sex for large sums of money. And it says, he turned out to be a she, sir. And she claims she can suck an orange through a scarred nose. Yes, the language in this comics is very mature. So we see here Vampirella. So he goes outside because he says, hold our meeting, gentlemen. Fortunately, I suffer from a sexual disability and can't make these exchanges last for more than a few seconds. I'll be back shortly. So he goes outside, and so Panta is behind him. I'm here, behind you, quiet as a pussycat. Now follow me. And he says, hey, you wanted to do it here in a parking lot? Yeah, sure, man. And he also said, hey, have we met somewhere? I know that ass from a mile away. She says, no small talk, just drop your trousers. And the dude says, very direct, I like that in a woman. None of that hold me crap, or no, say you love me, or please, you be my big cousin. You even paid for the condoms. So this guy is ecstatic. But then he gets slashed because she's turned into to Panta, and he says, oh, no. And he shoots at her, but he misses somehow in panic. And then he loses an arm. And this is great. She is munching into this guy, and she says, Jesus Almighty, not you, because he recognizes her. Oh, look at this. So then the police comes later, and one of the cops says, you ever played a game when you were a kid? The one where you got a patient and you got to remove all his organs without making his nose buzz? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we call it here in the Netherlands Dr. Bibber. So I believe it's in America or the US, it has another name, Dr. something, I don't know. But every country has a different name. And so he says, operation. That's what all these body parts reminds me of, kind of coincident. He says kind of coincidental. The guy was a doctor, huh? Found his testicles, sir. Almost lost him to a cocker spaniel. Good thing one of the guys know how to make dogs froze up. Okay, so they're having a quick banter here, and he says, you reckon this is another big cat kill? Yeah, one more mystery from my little black book. Damn, what happened to my book? And then we see Vampirella. She stole that book, and it seems it leads all there's more killings, and it seems that leads all to this called really mad scientist institutes called the Dance Macabre. Um, they really named the institute Dance Macabre. Okay. So, and then there's a description of Panta, half animal, half human, 36 to 22, 34. Is that a body measurement? I guess so. Built like a lap dancer and 100% housebroken. She escaped from the institute. A guest in the bowels of Dance Macabre for perhaps a little longer than anyone could care. We met briefly in Gotham a short while ago. Wait a minute, I thought to myself. Gotham, I mean, this is not a DC comic. So I believe there was a crossover because he also talks about bats and cats. So they have an exchange there, fought each other. And this, I'm sorry, I have a little bit a sore throat, so I'm, coughing a little bit here and there. It's scraping against my throat, so sorry for that. These recent murders have all been attacked by a big cat, conducted with such ferocity that one policeman turned gay with fright and had to design from the force. But Panta wouldn't kill unprovoked. I'm certain of it. So she figured it out that there is only one reason that she's gonna kill, and that's revenge. So she is now here, and there's another doctor, and it's Dr. Dusty Savage, and he ordered a nun for his carnal, unholy pleasures. And she says, hey, who are you? I don't know you, and I didn't order you. And she says, well, Panta in disguise says, well, I'm the replacement. And he says, I can help you with your problem, quote unquote. He says, forget it. Years of training were needed to educate your predecessor in ways of mine unnatural carnal desires, baby, which are screaming my confession in a girl's voice while my ebony ass is trashed upon the altar. What is wrong with these people? He says, can you think you can handle it? I can handle anything you can think of. As long as this Dance Macabre Institute you work for handles my fee. And she says, I'm going to slip into something comfortable. And then he says, hey, I don't want you to change. My request was someone dressed as a naughty nun. And then she changed, and then, well, he's a goner. I love it that Panta's face is also in his eyeball, the reflection. And he also says, oh, I know you. What do you do with your face? It's just great. Then we go to the zoo, that's what, I'm sorry, the Vampirella is thinking, because here in the zoo, the art looks phenomenal. She says, the hard way or the easy way, your choice, pal. So this is one of these zookeepers, I guess, and that's the guy in the beginning here. So she says, okay, it's going to be the hard way. He yoinks away. The art, look at them. I love this, how do you say, this camera vision. I'm not sure what the right word is, but you see that there's a curve here. And also her wing is bending. It looks like you are looking through a lens of a camera. Very well done, in my opinion. So she's threatening him. And she says, hey, now you're going to spill it, dude. And then he pisses himself. That's not quite what I mean. So she wants answers. And he explains that he is, part of a cult of Panta. And he says, she's been around for a long time, all the way back to ancient Egypt, where cats were worshipped as gods. She roamed the earth for thousands of years, doing whatever she pleases, just like cats are supposed to do, fed and cared for by devotees like me worldwide. She's the queen of cats, Before anyone gets to work in a cat house, the people who run the zoos make you pledge an oath of loyalty to Panta. So, I don't know. So this zoo thingy is a cult just for her, or there are multiple around the world, I guess. And look at this. This looks freaking fantastic. And He says, we're supposed to be here if she needs us. Keep her existence a secret. So this is going on for a very, very, very long time. So I'm not all too familiar with Panta. I know she exists. I know she's going as long, I believe, back to the 70s that she was created and also featured in Vampirella comics, or maybe even her own. I'm not entirely sure. But is she immortal? I guess so. But I'm just guessing. So she thinks that. So let me get this straight. Panta gets caught by Dance Macabre. Unspeakable events follow in the name of science, and now she wants revenge. This much I understand. What isn't clear is why the Queen of Cats has lived like a stray all this time. She roams because it's her nature, he says. A hooker one night, a private investigator the next. Tonight she went to a costume party as a troublesome Nazi nymph. And he says that, well, they are coming now here. And he has Dr. Scheisse with her. And Vampirella can smell her. And then we go outside. And do we really need the blindfold, meine Nazi-Wichsen? I feel like such a weakling. And she says, humor me, Otto. The blindfold's a turn on. And we almost at my apartment. Okay, so they are here. And then he is also says, this neighborhood doesn't feel safe. I can hear snarling from the porches like immigrant hissing at our genetic superiority. Jeez. Man, the narrative, man. The writing is, something. But she says there's no immigrants here, so just follow me. And he, removes the blindfold and he realizes his mistake. And, oops, there goes the resolution. Here we go. My God, you're the one who escaped from the lab. The Catwoman. Gott in Himmel. You're Panta. And I also love the transformation, that she is pulling her head and then with an evil grin and smile. And look at this, man. It's just so good. But then, before she can do anything, Vampirella intervenes. And they're having a big fight. And again, also it looks great. And she wants to make connection with the human side of Panta, but that's not going to happen. She says, hey, pussy wants to play? Suits me fine. I'm 3'6", 22, 3'6", and still on the right side of 98 pounds. You carry more hair and excess body weight than an average feminist. That made me laugh so hard because, well, in current times, feminist is still a thing here. And now that she says that, and I mean, this is from 1997, this book. So, yeah. So around 25 years ago, she made a prediction how, feminists would look like today. Incredible. Anyway, so they're having a quote-unquote cat fight. I also love the fact that she's still wearing heels in this, timeline, because I don't know what they're doing at the other company where she is now. I mean, why am I forgetting? It's not IDW. It's not Boom Studios. Well, I forget. Doesn't matter. So they're having a slugfest again. Looks great. And she says at one time, Jesus, what's the matter with you? The time of the month or what? I don't want to fight you. You and he need to talk. But, Panta is just keeps slashing at her. That's it. Kid's gloves are off. And then she's getting pissed off. And, well, she's pounding onto Panta. So I'm not sure if Panta's losing because he's pretty strong. But then the fight is over. So the quote-unquote Nazi doctor comes out. What are you waiting for? Kill it. This genetic monstrosity must be destroyed. Then we can grill it and serve it with a nice plate of goose liver pate. Dynamite Studios, now I remember. She's now part of Dynamite. That's the narrative, man. So basically she wants Otto to back off. And... back off and stop staring at my ass, Dr. Scheisse. I got a liquid diet and I like cats. Then she jumps over Vampirella and wants to kill this doctor, and he's in panic mode. And Panta, leave him alone. Forget how much he hurt you in that awful place. Killing him now makes you just as bad as him. It's not in your nature. Revenge is their way. And then she hugs her, both, and she pisses on him, and he curses, and he says, "These are my third most expensive boots." Then it all ends, and Vampirella flies away. Panta goes away, and she says, "As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Mad Scientist Otto von Scheisse, you got off lightly. Her mistake, my dear. First thing in the morning, I'm going to put a team of socially underdeveloped mercenaries together and hunt down that feline monstrosity." Well, that's not going to happen. You are cat meat. And, well, closest for feeding. See you tomorrow. Well, that's the end. And then we see all these, more of a recap. How many that she killed. She killed, Dr. Duster Savage, Dr. Otto von Scheisse, Dr. Dick G-Man Slink, and Panta is still out there, and that's the end. Again, I love this, from here jumping down, transformation, walking away with Vampirella here in the background. It's just fun stuff. So, is this a good comic? No. When it comes to narrative, it's pretty light and forgettable. But it's exactly what the writers intended to do. It's Panta versus Vampirella. It's just a slugfest between two monsters, if you will. I mean, you can compare it to, I don't know, Spider-Man versus Punisher, or Captain America versus Iron Man, and just, or Superman versus Batman. But then with more horror tone and harsh language, and to some maybe offensive language. Not to me. I mean, I'm laughing at this, so because it's all ridiculous. But yeah, so I like it. I have this too somewhere. 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous art. Man, look at this. Amazing. Jim Silk is always also great. And I didn't know that Gary Frank also drew Panta. Okay. So overall, what do I think about it? For a Halloween-esque time period, this is fun. This is cool. It's not all too graphic. I mean, except for the biting into the stomach of that guy. But you don't see any, real graphic violence. And there's no nudity in here, just sexy women and harsh language and some kind of a revenge plot. That's okay with me. I had fun, and the art is great. So yeah, I give it a thumbs up. Guys, see you later. Bye-bye.